really quick on the help me win a court case one. What if they're not in the right with the court case, but everybody, everybody thinks that they're in the right,
Yeah, that's not really. I'm just offering a service. So when someone books with me for a justice working and they tell me, basically, I'm just going to help it so that they can present themselves better in court, so they have a higher likelihood, a chance of achieving their goals.
Can I ask you a question? So
yeah,
let's say, would you work for a guy? Like if a guy wanted to hex?
Yeah, I have. Actually, that's how I met my partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if a guy came to you and said, "Hi, I've been falsely accused of SA. Can you put a hex on her to like get her to stop her accusations?
Yeah.
Can you help me in the criminal case that's ongoing, the civil
Absolutely.
case?"
That's
You would
what I
do
did.
that. But I thought you would tend to not agree that false accusations occur when it comes to this crime.
Yeah, but what my client is coming to me and telling me is what I believe. I'm being paid to listen to my client and deliver what my client is asking.
Oh.
So you're like a witch hitman?
I guess you could call me that.
So you don't even care what your target is. You don't do any research. You don't try to determine if it's true. You're just
Just about the
gonna.
money.
They come and they give you the money, and you're gonna hex their ass, and that's the end
I
of it.
think you were away when we talked about it. Basically, I have a clause set up in my spells that any negativity you put out will be returned towards you. So I have it set up so that if that person that I am targeting
You're tricking the universe?
is easy
It's an
or
asterisk.
is innocent, it's not going to land.
It's an
Fine
asterisk
print.
on the spell.
I have a fine print essentially that I put in. It's
But,
Okay.
but this all operates off perception. You could perceive that you've had great wrongs done to you, even if you actually have not. Who is the juror here? Who makes
The
the
universe.
determination?
The universe.
And how does the universe know?
I work
By what
with-
metric does the universe judge?
I put the energy out there, and the universe decides to do what they want to do with it. I never specifically asked for my ex to be put off a building. I said, I want justice, and I want him. I need something to be done so he stops hurting women. And he fell off a building. I never asked for him to fall off a building. That was what happened.
Okay.
Cause and effect.
Well, we can come back to some of that stuff a little later. You said,
Yeah.
yes, I'm currently dating a famous rapper. We're polyamorous.
Yeah.
You can talk about our connection. So, famous rapper? Are you at liberty to?
I don't think me and him are at a place where we want to like publicize stuff, but yeah,
How big is his following?
about 2 million over all platforms. He's signed to Republic Records.
2 million
pretty big.
collectively?
Yeah, I think he has like 1.3 over TikTok and like 700K on Instagram.
Okay.
Roughly.
And when you say polyamorous, so you're seeing other people? And he's seeing other people?
We had it set up when we first started talking where he could see other girls, but then we did decide to kind of make things a bit more exclusive just because we are long distance right now. And I kind of want to wait until we're in the same city before I would feel comfortable with him seeing other women. But he's fully supportive of me dating, talking, doing whatever I want with women. He's like very, very supportive of that aspect of my life.
Okay. Nick, just be careful with that, okay? Yeah. You saw what I was doing.
Their round meatball donated $200. Absolutely hilarious.
All right, thank you, Mr.
I like this
Meatball.
real Mr.
Appreciate
Meatball.
it. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Meatball. Yo, send me a message on Instagram, man. Good to see you back in the chat. It's been a while. Also, we'll get you, I think we got to get you like legendary status on our Discord. I think for people who've been like regular, and if you're not in our Discord, people who've been like regular contributors over the months, years, whatever, we'll get you complimentary like Discord status. So shoot me a message on Instagram. Yeah.
Your love spells, for example. You put on that, like, you can basically make someone fall in love with somebody else, correct? Do you not feel that's holding somebody against their will?
No, so how I have love spells set up is it's like an aphrodisiac. So for example, if I put a love spell on Justin Bieber,
You spiked
does
his
that
drink.
mean he's going to leave?
So you spike their drink.
I'm not.
Well, if it's an
That's not what I'm
aphrodisiac,
saying.
right? You just like, bam,
No,
you
that's
spike their
not what
drink.
I'm saying
No?
at all. I'm saying it's equivalent to wearing perfume. It's not. Here's the thing. So if I put a love spell on Justin Bieber, would he leave his wife for me? Probably not. Never say never, but probably not, right? Because there's nothing to build on there. So witchcraft builds on the energy that is already there and already present. So in order for me to effectively cast a love spell on someone else, they already have to have a lot of feelings towards me, and it's just going to naturally elevate that feeling and that communication and increase it.
Isn't it awful convenient to think, even from your own perspective, that you could not hex somebody who is famous nor give them a love spell which would actually move them towards the person who wanted them, in this case Justin Bieber, by saying, well, it's due to the energies of the universe rather than just the logical improbability that Justin Bieber's ever going to leave this really hot woman for this less hot nobody he doesn't know. That's just improbable, right?
Yeah, you probably wouldn't leave her.
So the thing is like...
Why pay for love
I'm not,
spells?
I'm not, I'm
why-
not sitting there and arguing that.
Well, so I'm just saying, why should we assume that this in any way works and it's not just essentially you wanting to believe
Well-
that it works.
Either all of my clients are liars, or maybe there's something to it. And even if what I do does
Well, you
not
can
have
convince-
any impact, it's not convinced though when I have hundreds and hundreds of women coming to me telling me that they have seen differences in their life while working with me.
Well, do you think that maybe it's just because you've put it out there for them, so then they're making more effort towards that person?
I think that's a factor,
be a
yeah.
placebo
Like a
effect?
placebo effect?
I think that there's a factor to that, yeah. I think there's a
People are
factor. I think
paying you for
it's kind of
$20 for placebo?
it's kind of the same concept as manifestation, where if you don't put work towards something, it doesn't matter how well you manifest. However, you can put a manifestation out there, you still need to work towards that manifestation.
So then you personally aren't actually doing something. You're just like, hey, this has happened. Now you can go do that.
I'm
I'm putting it
naturally,
in the universe, and now it's happened.
essentially, yeah, I'm building on the energy that's already present and already there.
But on your website, Nick, could you pull it back up? So you offer there's a section that says love spell.
And I wasn't meaning that.
Yeah,
I was
just go back
generally
one.
asking. I was genuinely
back.
curious.
No, you can ask as many
It's the one
questions
just
No,
right next
generally
to it. It's
curious
called
about
love
that.
spell. So you can show it. Pull it up. Pull up the site.